Well, welcome to a new day of opportunity. Thank you for joining us. And as always, we're happy to see you. And thank you, Alberto. Today, you just sound my music. That's good. I was waiting for this for 3 years.
I redeemed
So
myself today.
you see, but I mean, we're just gonna have a really good good day today. So I hope you enjoy just to be here. I hope that you're having the greatest success that you deserve because you're looking for that. You're focused on that. And Alberto, I think I have to go back to Linda. Linda, yes. So welcome everybody. Let's gonna hear Linda. Good morning, Linda.
Hey everyone. So if you weren't awake before, you are now, thanks to the way we got this meeting started. Well, welcome everyone. Today is day four of our Power Week. We only have one more official day left after today. This is my favorite time of the month when we do these things. And so I want to start off with some recognition. And before I get into the recognition of the activity, I really just want to share how much I feel that our English Power Week chat is a love fest. It really is. There are so many uplifting comments, a way to go, you got this, you're awesome, comments in the chat. And that fuels our spirit to keep going. And so before I got into the activity recognition, I really just wanted to first highlight how meaningful this is and how unique it is to our industry, much different than your average corporate America. I think Angie said it best when she said in the chat that there are some beautiful people. And so applause, applause, applause. I felt like I just needed to recognize that because this industry can be hard. And when you're out there getting no's and you come back to your chat and you see all these positive reinforcing comments, I think that that's just fuel for the spirit. So thank you for sharing. And now to get started with some recognition of activities, I'm going to start with Ivana Gonzalez. I love that she shared her agenda for the day, including her Immunotech activity. Thank you for your transparency. I think seeing a day in the life of Ivana is inspiring, how you blend your business into your day with your kids. And you got 6 new contacts and a new consultant who purchased a 5,000 point pack. So congratulations, Ivana. Big woo, round of applause for Ivana. Martha and Danny Amet sharing the energy booster. I mean, like when they were writing and texting in the chat, I was imagining them running out to get to the UPS driver. So cute. They describe it so vividly. And in their conversation and listening, they were able to find out that he has a medical condition. And so I know that something good is going to come out of this connection. Beverly Williams, she has now armed herself with new ideas from yesterday's Zoom, ready to run toward month end. I mean, you're not running from month end, you're running toward month end with some great, you're armed and ready to go. And so congratulations. And then finally, Elizabeth Andrade Lopez. I love that she's sharing Immunotech with what she called the big dogs, because our products are big league products and they deserve to be shared with everyone. So congratulations to you. Keep sharing, friends, keep sharing with the family, because one thing you put in that chat might be the exact thing that someone needed to hear that day. And so congratulations for all your contributions into the chat. And now I will pass it on to Alberto.
Thank you, Linda. And yes, it's Thursday, the 4th week of Power Week. And when it's been so uplifting, you know, reading all your comments, seeing you guys taking action, because that's what it's all about, you know, to take action every single day. And hopefully this will continue, this momentum will be created and it will continue weeks after week after week, of course. And today we just want to expand a little bit about the follow-up. I know Mariluz shared her little training yesterday about follow-up, but we just wanted to expand because, you know, it is so important in this business to continue with the follow-up process, because, you know, it is so important to understand that that's what's bring your prospect back to considering what you're offering. You know, when we continue to call these people, because a follow-up is just a continuation of the conversation that you're having with your prospects. And eventually something will come up and will allow them to share any needs, and then we'll give you the opportunity to share what you're doing. And that's why it's so important to go beyond just a repetitive call, because sometimes we think that the follow-up is just call and are you interested now? No, yes, no, okay, talk to you later. And then a week later you're going to call, are you interested? No, the idea here is for you to continue and bring value to your conversations. It's so important because it's been proven that 9 times out of 10 a prospect will not sign up after the initial conversation. It takes time, but again, you are creating this relationship, creating chemistry with the prospect, and eventually they will come around, because during the conversations that you're having with them, you're going to make sure you get information like, you express your gratitude for, just the friendship that you continue to have with this person. Always ask for feedback. If you have shared with them some experiences, ask them their opinion. Also, if they already know that you're doing immunotech, that you're working your business, keep them up to date with the promotions that we have every month, with the local promotions that you and your team are having, because that may inspire them to join your team. Also, if you have an important event coming up, ask them, do you want to come and check out what we're doing, because you may be interested, and of course bring someone that you know. If you have new products being launched, share it with them. They need to know what's going on with the company. Any promotions, and of course, if there's a special occasion, they graduated from college, or they just got married, or at their anniversary, share that with them. Talk to them, because every time you share with them that you care, they will then be interested in what you're doing. And if you promise to do something, do it. Okay, so do what you'll say you'll do. If you promise to send them a sample, do it. If you promise to send them a video, do it. A brochure, do it. If you promise to call them back in 3 days, please do so, because that will let them know that you are interested, that your relationship is important, and of course, good things can happen for your business. And if they are not interested, at least they're going to give you referrals. That's for sure. And well, now I would like to invite someone who, well, he's been a good friend of mine for years, since I started here 8 years ago. But guess what? He joined Immunotech. It's going to be 25 years in October. And someone who understands what this business is all about. When he learned about Immunotech, he said, yes, I want to be part of this. And thanks to him, the company has grown so much, because believe it or not, thanks to him and someone else that he had in his organization, Dr. Pelayo came about, and you know what has happened in the Hispanic market, and it's all because of the leadership of this great guy. So Doug MacNab, Executive Diamond from Canada. Thank you, Doug, for accepting our invitation. And please tell us a little bit about different things we can do to improve and to take advantage of this wonderful Power Week. Doug, microphones are all yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Alberto. That was a very kind introduction. Those of us have been around for a while, my voice is a little hoarse. It's Power Week, right? If you're not talking yourself hoarse, you're just not working. But anyway, it's a great introduction, but the reality of it is like, I feel just like everybody else in this call. This could be my first week, right? Because Power Week, what it does is it gets us all focused on those important aspects of this business that we need to be doing. We should be doing this every week. Like every week should be Power Week, right? But it's a great reminder to, put your work clothes back on and get out there and start doing the important things, initiating contact with new people, inviting them, and then presenting our opportunity. And then, of course, follow up, which we've touched on already today. Everybody knows the critical importance of all those elements. So what I want to share with you a little bit today is let's talk a little bit about qualifying prospects, right? When do you know somebody's ready to hear our story or about our product or our opportunity? Because we all make a list of people and we have some that for whatever reason, we don't want to approach them. So we've already qualified them in our minds, right? We said they're too important. They won't listen to me. We've come up with a reason why it won't work. And I think, you know, when you think of the traditional sales industry, I mean, qualifying prospects used to be pretty simple, right? If you were selling $1 million yacht, you know, there were some pretty easy ways to qualify people, right? Do they have $1 million? Would they like a yacht? Our industry is a little different. The product perhaps is a little easier to qualify for because we're looking for people that are health challenged or have a keen interest in health. And I think everybody in the call pretty much has that one nailed down. A little different story when you're looking for people to join you in the business. And that's the one there that I'm not sure we should be qualifying people there because they're not carrying around signs, right? If they carry around signs, say, hey, look, I'm in a financial need. I would love to start my business. I hate my boss. I want change in my life. Well, then it would be easy. But unfortunately, they don't carry those signs. The only way we can find out is to do what? Prospect them, right? And you just never know. You never know what the circumstances are in somebody's life. To me, the perfect prospect is someone who, you know, has a financial need. And they're back. The more their financial need, the more I like to talk to them because, you know, those are the people that will really take off with the business. Somebody's ready for change in their life, right? They're looking to change things. They're tired of their employment. They don't like their job. They want to work from home. And we're seeing more and more of that now over the last couple of years, right? People have been introduced to the fun and the joy of working from the comfort of your own home. I mean, I've been blessed to be doing this for a long time now. And I just can imagine going to an office. So those people that get introduced to a year or two of working from home, now they're being called back to the office. They are great prospects. So, you know, we talk to those people, find out, you know, what their financial need is, what else has motivated them, right? What's their cause? What's driving them? Because it's that psychological game. Now, and I should be really clear here, they're not the only people we're looking for, right? You as a leader of your own organization, your team needs to be made up of everybody. The more diversified it is, the better it is for your longevity. And I mean, that's people that just want to sell a bit of product to one or two people, or people that see themselves earning $500 to $1,000 a month. I mean, they're great. In there also, we want those people that are keenly driven to get into a full-time income, 5 to 10,000. And then of course, the ones that really make things happen and make it happen fast are those individuals who have bigger dreams, right? The ones that want to go to a huge income. And those ones generally are motivated by having had a lot of money at one time in their life and wanting to replace that income. And those individuals, men and women, will put their back to the wall and do it all. So if you have those people in your contact list, I'd be putting them right at the top. And if you're brand new, you should really enlist the help of your upline, right? Because it is a bit challenging, you know. And hey, if you're brand new, you've never made any money, like if you haven't cashed a big check with Immunotech, this is for you. When I first started, I had never cashed a check. It's easy to believe in the products, especially Immunotech products, right? We have great products. So we can go to anybody, anytime, anywhere and talk about the products. That's easy because we know they're great, right? And that will help you grow your business for sure. And a lot of our really top great distributors come about because they were initially interested in the product. But that promoting the financial opportunity takes some courage, and there may be a little rejection. And if you haven't earned a check, you know, you're not as confident about that as you are about the product. So it's a little more difficult. It's a little out of your comfort zone. But you know what? Great things never come from comfort zones. So I encourage you to stretch yourself and to challenge yourself and go out there and understand something, okay? And I mean, you can take this from me. I've made millions of dollars with Immunotech, millions of dollars. This business, I don't mean this industry, I don't mean network, I mean Immunotech can change your life forever, forever. If you really see it, and to do that, you got to develop some confidence in our opportunity and get out there and share it with people that maybe you're a little afraid to share it. I'm so glad that someone did that with me, right? Because I don't have a big power background or a high education or anything like that. I'm just a normal guy, but I was motivated by a financial need right? That's how I know how to recognize the importance there. I was ready for change. I was a postmaster of a small town. I was sick of being a postmaster of a small town. I wanted to do something more with my life. And network marketing gave me that vehicle, it gave me that opportunity. So I embraced it, and I remain forever grateful to Wally Kralik, who was the one that actually convinced me that I should take network marketing on as a very serious opportunity. So when we're qualifying people, try not to be intimidated. Like it's easy for me, right? I've cashed the checks. You know, I own a bunch of stuff that was paid for by network marketing. So my belief in the financial structure of this industry is like an iron peg hammered into concrete. I'm immovable. You could march 1 million people by me, and every one of them telling me that network marketing is a scam and a pyramid scheme and nobody ever makes any real money, would never have any impact on me. So strong is my belief. Now it's tougher to get that belief when you haven't cashed the checks. But if you can, and you should, believe in yourself to the point that you see those checks coming your way, because they will come if you do the work. If you really get off, you know, I'm not going to say get off your butts, but I just did. And if you get off your butt and do the work and go talk to people and be unafraid, right? You know, you have to be confident and bold, and you're going to get some rejection. And okay, here's another one. How much time do I have? I don't want to ramble on too much. But one of the things that I really focus on with all my new people, and some of you are new, and if you're not new, this is something that you really need to talk to your new people about, is rejection. I believe people being rejected when they're new is probably one of the primary reasons that we lose prospects and consultants. You know, the person that joins and they're all full of, you know, fire and brimstone. They're going to do everything to build this business. And then all of a sudden they vanish, right? You never hear from them again. I don't know if you've had that experience yet, but you likely will, because it's happened to me. I believe that's often is my own fault, because I perhaps did not prepare that individual for the rejection that they will face. And it's part of our industry. And it's not that bad if you're ready for it, right? And the rejection comes from so many different places that you wouldn't expect it. Because when we first get started, what we tell people, say, hey, your warm prospects, right? Your parents, your family, your friends, the closest people, you know, those are the ones, once you learn how to do a proper presentation, once you learn enough about our company and products, they're the ones you want to go after. Well, they're the ones because they trust you and you know them and there's a good relationship there. Well, because you trust them and you know them and there's a good relationship there, they're also the most hurtful if they turn on you. And many of them do, because they don't understand our industry. They don't know. So one of the biggest mistakes that a new prospect makes is kind of twofold. One is listening too much to people that have no idea what they're talking about, that have never experienced network marketing, know nothing about Immunotech or our wonderful products, but think they know. And then the other mistake they make is not listening enough to people that have had the experience, that know about the industry, that have earned the money. So, you know, that's, if you prepare your prospects, or if you're new, this is preparing you, you may run into rejection. And I'm not going to lie to you. It hurts. It stings. I mean, it leaves a mark. But if you're prepared for it, right? So when that person turns to you that you love and trust, and they say, oh man, you're not getting into one of those pyramid schemes, are you? Remember, I told you, what they say doesn't matter. They just don't know. And you never, ever want to argue with those people when you're prospecting like that. You just want to say, hey, I've been doing some research. I've been doing some studying. I've learned about these products. I've learned about this company. And I am really, really committed to what I'm doing. But I totally understand that you don't get me. You know, you're not feeling what I'm sharing. So let's just forget about it. And that's the easiest way. That takes the pressure off you. So when you're talking to somebody, just be prepared to, let's say, strike the tent and go home. If you see any serious resistance from somebody that you really care about, do not damage your relationship. Family and relationships are the most important thing in the world. So do not try and convince them and win the argument. You know, just go, hey, no problem. I really respect your opinion. I mean, I feel like I've learned something about this and I'm going to pursue it. Maybe we can revisit this in 6 months. And when you take it away from them, right, you leave it open in their mind. Because if you push it to the point where they take a stand, network marketing is stupid, and I would never join that. now they have taken their position and you won't be able to change their mind. So you want to end it before it gets to that. You want to say, hey, no sweat. You know, maybe we can revisit this in 6 months. So there's ways, but your chicken list and the people that you're afraid of, especially if they have a financial need, they're the ones that could really change your world, you know? Like Alberto mentioned, the whole entire Dr. Pelayo team was a fascinating experience for me. And it shows you that, you know, and people would have put Dr. Pelayo perhaps at the top of their chicken list, right? I was fortunate. I was working with a Canadian that had moved there and knew him, even though he never really hasn't done much with Minitech yet. He spoke Spanish. I didn't even speak Spanish. So, you know, there's so many things. Like if I can overcome that, right? I don't speak Spanish and I want to prospect a guy who spoke only Spanish. Like, think about it. What can't you overcome today? If you think of those prospects that you know that you really want to get involved in this. And then the fallback, the other reason I like to talk about business is because you can always fall back on the product, right? But if you leave with the product and they say no, you know, you're not going anywhere with the business, right? So that's you know, that's some of my, I don't know, you want a little more, Alberto? I can ramble on for the next 2 hours like this if you want.
No, that's fantastic. You know, we have 7 more minutes to go, but I love what you said about, you know, don't push it. You know, if they, for whatever reason, don't want to continue with the conversation, just leave it and come back later. And that's when follow-up is important, right? Because you will continue the relationship with them. You keep them up to date with the, you know, what's happening in your business. Maybe a month later, you reach the silver rank and you want to call them up. Hey, guess what? I just reached silver. I just, you know, wanted to let you know that thanks to you, maybe I practice enough and now I'm getting better. You know, keep them up to date on your progress. And one day they'll see you driving a different car, or maybe you move to a different house and they're going to say, oh, this guy was serious about it. And then they want to hear from you.
That's right. You're absolutely right, Alberto. And you know, I used to have this is old school, but it's so important to have a follow-up system. I mean, we have online stuff now. Back in the day, I had the 12 months in a menu card, a little menu box. I had the 12 months, then I had 1 to 30 days. And then I had my prospects, I put them on menu cards, their name, their contact information. So if I was talking to my friend Alberto today and he was questioning me if I was in a pyramid scheme or not, and I said, hey, you know, maybe we can revisit this in 6 months. I would pull his card and I would move it down to 6 months from now. So it's July, so it'd be like February. So when I came around to February, oh, there's Alberto's card as a reminder to me to follow up on Alberto and just see how things are going. It's particularly nice if I could phone Alberto up and say, hey, Alberto, you know, I know we had a brief discussion about this 6 months ago, but guess what? I just got my check. It was $2,500. So in just those 6 months, I built myself a residual income, you know, of $2,500 a month. And that's just the beginning. You know, I'm so excited about my future prospects here. And then just see whether Alberto's changed his mind or not. You know, so the following up is like the, you know, it's the lifeblood. New prospects and follow up are two of the most critical components. And that, you're getting back to Power Week. What I love about it is that's that new blood. And, you know, people fall into management mode too. Just another little caution if you're new, you know, you get a few people in your group and you're like, okay, now I'm going to manage them, right? So we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to have a meeting, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you get out of the prospecting mode. You never, ever, ever get out of the prospecting mode. Even if you've been in this industry for 25 years like I am, you've got to prospect. You have to sponsor new people if you want to keep your business alive. And speaking of which, one more little plug here for my buddy Foster and I. This next Thursday on the 28th, we are having a very rare in-person meeting. Sharif is coming to Canada. So we can get the contact information from any one of us you want, but we're going to have a little get together in Vaughan, Ontario, just north of Toronto. And that'll be a chance if you have prospects in the area, you make sure you connect. If you're going to send them to the meeting, just let us know. And one of us will take good care of them and make sure that they're welcomed.
Fantastic.
Prospects.
Fantastic. No, thank you so much, Doug. It was an honor to have you here on this call. And, after so many years and after being recognized as the consultant of the year, member of the Success Club and many, many awards, you're still doing it and still leading by example. And like you said, prospecting has to happen every single week. You can do management maybe for the first week of the month because you want to know where you're at and where you want to go. After that, it's just supporting your new consultants, supporting your leaders, and do your own prospecting because you want to continue building your team. And that's the name of the game. So thank you again. And Linda, I don't know if you have something to say and to add to this before we go.
I just want to say thank you, Doug. I think what I took away from what you shared was that so much of this is a mind game, preparing your mind for rejection. You said something about, don't listen to them. And I think I learned early in this industry, you have to listen to those that you want to trade places with. And so if your goal is to get to, for example, where Doug is in the business, then take advice from Doug. You'd really just want to listen to the words of the people who have already walked that path and protect your mind. So thank you for sharing that. Your rejection is a really hard thing. And a lot of what either keeps us going, fuels us forward, like what I mentioned about recognition, all that positivity fuels our spirit, but the negativity of rejection can bring us back down. And so it's our mind. It's continuing to protect our mind, prepare our mind, know what's coming, and work our way around it. So thank you for sharing that, Doug. I appreciate that today.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you. And yesterday it was funny because during the Spanish call, Adriana Bustamante gave her a very good example as to, that this is a numbers game, right? Let's say you talk to 10 people, 9 of them said no, but 1 said yes, sign up, and as a result, you earn $125. Then you earn $12.50 per person. So if you look at it, every time you talk to someone, that's part of the process. And at the end of the month, you're going to account, your earnings, and you can divide that by the number of people you talk to, and you can see a positive thing. And thanks to them, you have accomplished your goals and move forward. And then your goal could be to improve that hourly rate because the more you practice, the more people are going to believe in you, are going to say yes to you, and before you know it, you are reaching your ranks and your goals for sure. And well, with this, I guess we're done for today. We continue tomorrow, people, so keep at it and keep sharing on the chat so that we can recognize you tomorrow, and let's keep it going. Thank you all. Bye-bye.